Heather.
Yes.
And Mark.
Yes.
We're here in Toronto. You're homeless.
I am.
Tell me about it.
I made several bad choices about 4 months ago and got myself into some crack. I lost my apartment. I lost my 2 children. Jonathan, who is 7 years old, who is autistic. He doesn't talk. Well, he's actually started talking this year when I got my dog Lucky. About 3 days into having Lucky, my son finally got out of diapers. And I think that's because my dog nipped him in the butt a few times on the diaper part, because he walked out of the apartment. He figured out how to do all the locks when I was on the toilet. So I ran to the front door with my pants undone and down to my ankles, tripping over my own face, as Lucky's sitting there screaming and barking and howling right in front of him after getting him back into the apartment. And about 2 days later, my other son, Zachary, who's 9, had a seizure, and my dog Lucky here, at 8 weeks, turned around, came to me, and jumped on my head, bit my nose, bit my ear, pulled on my hair, until I figured out what was going on. I was napping, because my eldest son, he's very smart. He'll watch over his brother. He'll tell me if he needs anything. He'll wake me up. But for some weird reason that day, everything was just off kilter, and Lucky turned around, came to the rescue again. Let's see. I've been in rehab for about a month and a half.
Okay, so first off, your dog went and saved your kid's life.
Yes.
That was it.
Twice.
Twice. Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And he was only 8 weeks, and I got him when he was 6 weeks. I bottle fed him for about a week because he would not eat any food at all, not even wet food.
Yeah.
Finally got him to start eating wet food, and it's very changed, sir. Enjoy your day. I finally got him to start eating wet food, and when he started eating hard food, I got rid of all the wet food because it started giving him runs and stuff. So
hey, Lucky.
He is now
Good name.
7 months. Yes.
Good name, saving
I
the family.
picked,
so you're in rehab now for a month and a half.
I am.
So
I've been
month
in
and a half
rehab.
sober?
I am. I've been
Wow.
3 months sober off of alcohol.
Congratulations.
So, and I've been a month sober off of every other drug.
Wow.
Except for marijuana, because I have cancer. I have 3 types of cancer.
Hey, homelessness sucks.
I found out
Yeah,
roughly
It's
about
hard to
4
be
months
homeless.
ago.
You did what now?
I found out 4 months ago I had cancer on my ovaries and cancer in my breasts, and that's what made me go off the top, lose the handle, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And that's why I started doing.
So you had an
heavier
apartment.
drugs.
You
I had a
found out you
2-bedroom
had
apartment.
cancer, and you started using.
I was dealing fine with my colon cancer because I've had it now for almost 6 years. It's been in remission for 5, so I was great with that. I was already through therapy for it. You know, I was able to deal with it and everything else. But then when I found out about the cancer on my ovaries and the cancer in my breasts, I lost it. I completely snapped. I broke. Smile, princess. There's the smile.
So then you ended up on the streets.
Yeah.
And it's freezing out here.
It is cold, but you know, the best thing about being out here is I get to see that right there. That smile right there that girl has. It brings hope back.
Well, so we've been sitting here and people have been walking by ignoring.
Yep.
And then there's little girls that have been walking by and you've been saying, smile, princess.
Absolutely.
And
because every smile to me is hope, is faith. Because everybody judges everybody. And I don't judge. I refuse to judge, because when you judge somebody, then you obviously have something within yourself that you don't like, and it's something you need to change.
Yeah.
So when people ignore me and start screaming at me and hollering at me about why I'm out here, or the fact, oh, I'm abusing my dog should be taken away from me, I simply ask them, should my dog be taken away from me because you believe I'm abusing my dog because I'm panhandling? Because truthfully, I may panhandle, but my dog will never stay a day outside. I will not allow it. I will jump through hoops to make sure that he has a place.
You told me you're sneaking him into a.
I am.
You guys are panhandling for a hotel room.
Yep, we split on a hotel, and it's a very small room, but we turn around. We have this blue bin in the room. I'll go and get it. I'll go first into the room. I'll go get it, and I'll be like, I'll be right back. Just gonna go fill it up with blankets, and I'll put him in it, and I'll put a blanket over it, and then I'll put the lid on it.
Wow.
But I won't do the lid up because, no air, it'll kill him. So I can't do. But we wheel him in, and they don't say anything. We've been caught maybe once, I believe, and the only thing that they've said to us is, because he's so quiet, we're not going to do anything.
And Mark, you're shaking.
Yeah.
It's friggin' cold.
I'm almost 39 years old. I've been on the streets on and off since I was about 10 years old.
I'm 35. I've been on the streets since I've been 14. I left my home because I was tired of getting beaten up by my parents.
And what brought me here, actually, I wasn't even in Toronto just over a year ago. Warren brought me out here because of an ex-wife with some lies. And I've been homeless ever since.
Well, you're shaking, freezing.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to be cold.
No.
Lucky's taking a nap wrapped in blankets.
Yeah, she dressed for me.
I'm actually not that cold because underneath this,
you're layering.
Underneath all of this, I have 2 pairs of pants on. I have one sweater on this side of my leg and another sweater on this side of my leg.
But this is still not how anybody should live.
No,
yeah, but the worst
not.
part is when you get the people come up, start giving you a lecture. Oh, you should get a job. You should get a job.
No,
well, guess what, people? I'm on disability. I got a steel pin in my knee. I've got missing discs in my spine. I got scoliosis starting on the top of my spine. I cannot possibly humanly work.
I think the
I can't
worst
sit
part
for too
about
long. Can't stand for too long. And people. When they give you a lecture about it, oh, I can do it, well, I can't.
Stereotype.
Well, come on,
they
people,
are.
you're not.
A lot of people are stereotyped, and it's really sad because they don't have an open mind. And the one thing that's in the Bible is, "Thou shalt not judge unless thou want to be judged."
Well, I try to keep these videos short. I could sit and talk to you guys forever and ever.
I think the hard part here, though, for us, is when we get a ticket from a cop, because they don't realize, yes, it's illegal to panhandle, but at the same time, when a cop writes a ticket, here's the question that any homeless person has to ask them. How do you expect me to pay for it? I'm homeless.
I met a gentleman named Billy, which I'll link to in this, who talks about that. He was down the street. I
almost got a ticket yesterday. One cop turned around, came, and he was on his own. He had his partner in the car, and he came and he bought a coffee. And I said, "Can you spare a little change, sir?" And he went, "Sure, not a problem." And he put $5 in my container, like a $5 bill. Went back to the car, and his partner then turned around, came back out for another coffee, and his partner's like, "Okay, I'm going to give you a ticket." And I asked him point blank, "How do you expect me to pay for it?" And I explained the situation to the cop, and his partner bluntly stated, "If you give her a ticket, I will rip it up, because she can't pay for it. I just gave her $5. And his partner looked at him and goes, "Well, I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah." And he actually wrote me the ticket. So the other officer turned around, looked at his partner, and went, "Do you have $5? And his partner gave him $5. Well, the officer who asked his partner for the $5 gave me the $5. He took the ticket from me, ripped it up, and said, "Don't worry about it." Looked at his partner and went, "You're an asshole." I was stunned. I didn't know what to do.
I'm looking around because we're with Toronto Police Department, but Scott's a good guy. I don't know where he goes.
He's right there.
Oh, he's inside staying warm.
He's a smart one.
Yeah, he's
I
a
think
smart
he's
one.
on the phone.
So, anyways, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Mark, you go first.
First, place to live. That'd be a definite.
My kids.
Food. Yeah, and be able to see my kids again. Granted, all my kids are grown up. My kids,
the only 3
16 to
wishes
22.
I ever have is for happiness and for my kids to be happy. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about my health. I don't care. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't care about his health. The only thing I ever really wished for is for people to be happy. Is for people to smile.
Good. Well, thank you very much for talking.
Thank you.
Bro.
Thank you for these hand warmers.
Yes.
Oh, you're
I'm
welcome.
Definitely come in handy.
I'm opening it right now. I gotta put
Good.
them in my gloves, man. I'm freezing.